Hello, lovely people. So this is a continuation of me reading my poetry, and I hope that you enjoy. Gems. These days are hard as hell, but precious as gold. So treasure these moments because they go fast, I'm often told. Time. Where does the time go? Well, if you really would like to know, rather than tell, I'll show. There's mountains, as you know, oceans that surround lands that we go. We sail on ships, we drive our cars, we travel on trains, oh so very far. So where does the time go? Well, I honestly don't quite know. I wish I could slow down time and speed certain moments up, go back and see the most precious of moments to see what the future holds. My past has taught me much, and yet the hands of the clock of time is something I have yet to touch. Time itself has been everywhere. It's been in a hot air balloon and passed through the sky and has turned the day to night. I must say, where does the time go? And could you show me the way? Female anatomy. The devil's doorbell needs to be rung. I'll flex that muscle inside and see what becomes of who I am, and love me and value me for who I am. I'm still trying to find where I stand. Maybe this would be less complicated if I was a man. Maybe if I learn, maybe if I start to study, maybe discover female anatomy. A creation from God, a vessel of light. Some try to hide it with darkness, but they can't. It shines too bright. Mind games. I jumped to conclusions so much you'd think I was jump roping. My anxiety can be so bad sometimes, I'll be out like, yo, did you turn off the oven? I try to stay calm, I try to stay poised, but in my head there's this constant noise. I've come far learning little life lessons. Some days I feel like I'm playing hopscotch with my depression. I'm trying to beat it at every game, and it says it's harmless, but I've seen through that claim. Like a game of tic-tac-toe, maybe there's a method in knowing where to go. Maybe one day, those who are trying to cut me down will use their blade to cut me some slack instead. But until that day, I'll continue going my way. Holier than thou art. Jesus taught me to care for others. Jesus taught me that as humans, we're all sisters and brothers. Jesus taught me to pray for those who persecuted me. Jesus taught me to help the less fortunate than me. I didn't learn much from the man beside the altar. All I found was hatred and a lot of holy water. I didn't gain much knowledge from the man who built the chapel, just discovered a worldview in which I could not grapple. Tried ignoring other people who looked different, had different beliefs, for I was taught a loving God would send them to hell. I didn't then and don't now believe that, in case you can't tell. I see other people as my equals now, and don't think God would make them to, in the end, just break them. I was taught from the word, there is no fear in love, and I now finally understand what the church was preaching was anything but that. Special delivery, you're saved now, so forget the indoctrination and the trauma. God will help you somehow. The God you told me of isn't the God that I've read about or I know. God is merciful and just, and I hope that he has mercy for all of your bloodlust. You desire to continue to praise a God who will torture those simply for not knowing his name. A loving mother or father wouldn't punish their child for never seeing their face. You don't seem to understand the meaning of amazing grace. I pray one day that the ones see Jesus dislikes the most were those of greed. He couldn't care less about their creed. Maybe the people who praise are the ones who need the most change. Those who believe they are superior need to double check their heart's interior. You say I need to be in preparation for my salvation, and I need to convert the very people who you hurt. Different languages like the Tower of Babel. How can you say nations are damned when you can't even dabble? Once you step outside, there's no more truth you can hide. You talk about being like Christ, but you don't practice what you preach, and use the Holy Book to discriminate is a hell of a reach. I hope you get to know Jesus because I do. And he said, he told you to part from him because he never knew you. for you. If the sky was falling, I'd hold it for you so you'd be safe. If the wind was howling, I'd silence it so you could have some peace. If a storm was raging, I'd beg the skies to cease their war. My question is, after all I do for you, would you do even a fraction of this for me, or would you do more? Why am I here? I'm lonely in a house that is full. I'm a person who wants to feel cared about. I'm a mother who doesn't always feel appreciated. I'm a bright woman who is rarely acknowledged. I'm told what I should do, but by people who won't do anything to help me do it. I'm judged for wanting time to myself. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Some days I feel wonderful. Other days I'm surprised. I'm even still going to ask myself, how on earth are you still here? But I must remember one thing, and that is that people who do love and appreciate me are still here. And those that I must let go, I let them go for a reason. So here I am, and this is why I'm here. Because I am loved and needed, and I'm here for a purpose and a reason. And nobody can take that away from me, even if they cannot see. If a reckless man dies in front of your eyes, don't laugh, for you could be next. If you're fishing and mock those who caught fish that are small, you may not catch one of your own at all. If you don't look ahead in the race, you may fall behind. That's not how it works. I thought if I was nice to everyone, everyone would be nice to me, but that's not how it works. I thought if I was honest with everyone, that everyone would be honest with me, but that's not how it works. I thought if I gave my all to everyone, everyone would give their all to me, but that's not how it works. Things work backwards sometimes rather than forwards. And when I start to hope the world will be fair, I have to remember one thing. That's not how it works. The 3 keys to a happy, healthy relationship: communication, dedication, and appreciation. Cold and hot. The floor is cold. The sun is warm. Sometimes one shot is all that you got. I wish when I was lying on the cold ground that the sun would make me warm, but no, these feelings like temperatures come in swarms. I feel goosebumps on my skin and realize that I'm on my own and the sun is too far away to always keep me warm. When the train whistle bellows. When the train whistle bellows, the owls at night will vocalize. The clouds will cover the sun as an enchanting disguise, and all the sinners of the world will tell no lies. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. In this journey called life, sometimes there's road work ahead. Sometimes you need to proceed with caution, and you may have to set boundaries. You can't always go on your way with the green light. Sometimes the light transitions from yellow and turns red for a reason. If there's construction work ahead, don't plow through the caution cones, and make sure that you're going the speed limit. People may honk their horns at you for no damn reason, and you may need to press the horn now and then too when there's traffic. Just remember to stay focused on the road ahead and drive carefully. The wheels turn and you steer the wheel, trying to navigate where you're going with a map that's directions aren't always clear. Make sure you fasten your seatbelt because the road will get very bumpy. You can try to slam on the brakes, but sometimes it's too late. And you wonder if this is life or if it's a car ride where you might wind up in a wreck getting injured. Sometimes objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. Not every ride in a car is a joyride. Not every day you're alive is a day that you'd like to be alive. But you'll reach your final destination and it'll all be worth it. So I hope that you enjoyed this poetry, and I hope you have a wonderful day.